Worship. I walk through the door of the church. There's a distinctive smell, not unpleasant. It's a sort of combination of polish and that slightly musty smell that you get when damp is only just being kept at bay. There's nobody to greet me, although I can hear conversation coming from the kitchen. A head pops round the door. Sorry, I didn't hear you. Come in. Welcome. Are you a visitor? You'll need one of these and one of these. Without waiting for an answer to the question, a hymn book and sheet of notices are pressed into my hand. Not sure of whether I might be about to upset someone by choosing their favourite seat, I wander down the aisle and pick a chair that is in a position that I feel won't be too controversial. Another 30 or so people join us over the next 20 minutes, and there's much movement at the front. As microphones are tested, screens are checked, pulpit glasses of water are delivered, and conversations are held, I watch, taking in all of this activity. The service is ready to begin. We are welcomed by a member of the congregation. Extra notices are given. We are invited to stay behind afterwards and join at the back for refreshments. At last, the worship of the voice that called creation into being, the worship of the one who fashioned stars and quarks, ants and polar bears, the worship of the one whose love is the pulsating heart of all that is and ever will be, the worship of the eternal God begins. And I envisage David, so profoundly swept up in the joy of his understanding of God, so overjoyed that the ark was being transported to the city, to the temple that was being built. I envisage that David dancing, swirling and bending and stretching, swept up in worship that was everything to him, that would not allow him to remain still. Worship that enveloped him like a physical thing, that burst out of every part of him. Worship that could only be expressed by him giving the whole of himself, body and mind, to the experience. Worship that lifted and pounded with power and would not allow him to be still. A voice interrupts my thoughts. Our call to worship, says the person at the front of the church.